You are a founder of a museum of Black history in Florida.
I am.
Okay.
It is the Wells Built Museum of African American History in Orlando. It's in a historic building that was constructed in the 1920s by a black physician named William Monroe Wells. He got a building permit from the city of Orlando in 1926 to build a hotel that would provide lodging to African Americans during segregation when they couldn't stay other places. So this building is listed on the National Register of Historic Places because there were very few choices, and so you had historically significant people who lived there: Thurgood Marshall, Ray Charles, lots of entertainers lived at the Wells Built. And the nonprofit organization that I founded in 1998 restored it, and today it is the Wells Built Museum of African American History and Culture.
Well, this is the 500th anniversary of the state of Florida in some ways. Um, Give us a couple of high points of African American history in Florida that people might not know about.
Well, one of the high points is the fact that Estefanico the Moor came to Florida in 1927. He landed near what we now call Tampa Bay, and he was a map maker. And he traveled throughout Florida. It took him 6 years, but he drew maps so that others on expeditions could follow him. One other very interesting point is the fact that Harriet Tubman, the conductor of the Underground Railroad, was a member of the Union Army. She was a soldier, a spy, and a cook, and she was stationed in Florida and Fernandina at Fort Clinch during the Civil War. And what she did during that time was to conduct reconnaissance around the plantations along the Sea Islands from South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. She would help the people escape from the plantations, and she recruited the men for the U.S. colored troops. When the movie Lincoln opens, you see regiments from the U.S. colored troops, and those are typical of the men who were recruited by Harriet Tubman. And we want to make sure that Floridians have this information and that people throughout the country have this information.